Should you connect with other lawyers on LinkedIn? Yes or no? That is the question of the day. My name is Chris Hargraves. Welcome to Digital Marketing Mastery. You can find more of my random thoughts and gibberish at knownlikedandtrusted.com.au. We're talking LinkedIn. We're talking in particular connecting with other lawyers. Is it a colossal waste of time and effort? Is it something that has any merit of any kind? Or are you just connecting with other lawyers because they're kind of the only other people that you know and come across most likely, and you like hanging around with other lawyers, if only because nobody else does? um, Short answer is yes, I think it's worthwhile connecting with other lawyers. And I could end it there, and that would be a snappy 54-second episode, but we're not going to do that because I like to actually explain myself sometimes. The way LinkedIn works, and for that matter, other places, gives you a hint about why this might be a good idea. Now, what I'm about to describe is going to sound a little potentially opportunistic or at least cutthroat, but just bear with me. I'm not suggesting you do anything unethical or even that should trigger too much of an ick factor. But here's the thing. People on LinkedIn have their own connections. You connecting with other lawyers gives you access to their networks, basically. So if they are even vaguely in your field or your territory, and they themselves have connections, and you comment on their posts from time to time, like a friendly colleague might, then you have a chance to be seen by some of their connections. Now, their connections may or may not be their clients. They themselves might only have lawyers as connections. There might be any number of pros or cons to that, but that is the basic idea. You get to expand your opportunity to connect with more people. The same goes for connection requests from people you don't necessarily know, provided they're actual people as opposed to robots, and potentially people you might not otherwise connect with. I get a lot of people who are very fussy about connection requests. It's like, oh, they're not my best friend. I'm not going to accept that connection request. Well, okay, but probably you aren't really understanding how the opportunities on LinkedIn are going to arise. Because once you have that first degree connection, you have the opportunity to invite those second degree connections. They're much easier to find. They're much easier to engage with. They're much easier to start a conversation with. And that's exactly how any networking function you've ever been to is going to work. You're going to probably find someone you already know, because that's what we all do, because that feels safe and doesn't make us break out in a sweat. And then hopefully either you will introduce someone you know to them, or they will introduce someone they know to you. That's exactly how LinkedIn is going to work, only they're not really doing it on purpose. Now, at this point, you're going to say, oh, hang on, Chris, I don't want the other lawyers in my network stealing my clients using the evil plan that you've just laid out for us all. So should I deconnect from all of my non-current firm lawyer connections? And the answer is no, because that's not really how relationship building works. The days of having this sort of secret stash of clients that are inaccessible to the outside world is genuinely over. If your clients are even vaguely contemplating going to another lawyer, then you've got bigger problems than your LinkedIn strategy. That one is really a conversation to be had about your client retention strategy and some other business decisions and personal development and rapport building decisions that perhaps have not necessarily gone well right from the outset. It's not LinkedIn that is going to have your client stolen from you, okay? That is not how this process really works. So I think the risks are very low, and I think the opportunities are very high. Plus, having good relationships inside the profession can be beneficial. It can be beneficial for encouraging you. It can be beneficial for meeting people down the track. It can be beneficial if you need a job in the future, and it can be beneficial for referrals. Plus, it's just interesting to see what other lawyers are doing around the place. Now, I know I have a bit of a interesting sort of double hat view on that, given the couple of jobs that I've got, but that is my genuine view about connecting with other lawyers. That is why I think you shouldn't be afraid to do it. And some of the ways in which you can capitalize on the opportunities, not just with them, but with all of your connections, to expand your network and to find more opportunities for relationship building around the internets. And that is all I had to say for today. Thank you for listening if you made it this far, and I will see you next time.